Happy vlog day! Yay! I haven't been on to do a vlog in a long time, and I've missed you. I've missed this. It's a really wonderful, relaxing time for me to just kind of talk about what I've been working on. So I'm going to kind of make it quick, but I did want to touch base with everybody, and I wanted to give you a room tour and give you a little bit of an update. We still don't have a door, which I talk about in the room tour, but I do have lighting. I have wonderful, wonderful lights. They're not pretty, but I have lights. So let's take a look at my room and where we're at. Okay, so this is our doorless entry into my sewing room, and I mixed things up a little bit. I'm going to show you exactly what my room looks like after I'm done recording. So I recorded the organization challenge for next week for Monday, and keen eyes will see that I'm actually in the same outfit for this vlog and same setting and everything like that. But you can see things are kind of messy in here and moved around. And but I figured I'd give you a tour and show you what that looks like anyway. So my desk is all ready to be editing, processing happening. I have quite a mess, lots of stuff, lots of projects going on. I kicked my shoes off right there. Because I do sew barefoot. I don't know if any of you do that too. I still haven't gotten my Etsy shop up and running. I still haven't figured out the best way to make these pin cushions so they're good quality. Betty needs to be updated. I have a lot to do. The corner of shame is piled high, and part of that is because I am in the process of doing some recording, so I'll be moving stuff back. And you can see I have projects on top of projects that I'm working on. I just want to do it all. We're organizing our patterns, so here's my piles that I had to move because I had to put my monitor on the table, and you can see that here. And the reason I had to put the monitor on the table was because I had to put my equipment away. So this is some of my recording equipment. Actually, this guy doesn't even go in here, so I'm going to take him out. And then I put my monitor down there. So while I'm recording, it's up here, but afterward it goes down there. So I need to do that. Here's my tripod, or one of them, and just my sewing area. Let's see. I got this at a thrift shop. It's for a spoon rest, and it works great. Here, I'll get it into the frame. It works great for my rotary cutter, which I love. And things are just kind of messy, but messy in an organized way. That's one of my lights. So the big change to the sewing room this week is this. Now, they're not very pretty. I know they're not very pretty, but I can tell you they really lit up this room so well and has just changed my whole way of doing things. This is a project I'm working on that you'll see soon. Super secret project that's going to have a pattern with it and some fabric and some other things that I talk about in the organization challenge. So as you can see, I have other lights up there and things are coming along, but you know, it's just a different view of my world right now. So not much has changed. It's gotten a little messier because I've been working on a few different projects, but it is what it is, and I try to be as honest as possible with you. So we are in the process of doing some other remodeling. We're putting in air conditioning, we're putting in a whole house generator, and we're also going to be putting in hardwood floors, including in this room. So that should be interesting as things get tore up in here and I gotta move yet again. And our final goal, just so you know, is to put in built-in shelving in here and to really just make it spectacular and exciting for me. I can't wait. So all this mixed match furniture will be gone, and it'll hopefully be all cabinetry eventually in here, which is so exciting. I am also in the process of designing a pattern that goes along with this quilt, and I'm going to try to do that, you know, with some of my antique quilts that I show on Lessons from an Old Quilt. I want to bring patterns along with them and bring them up to date. Now, this has been challenging, and I want to give you a little sneak peek of what I'm talking about. So the original quilt is the circle quilt, and if you watched Lessons from an Old Quilt, where I look at this quilt closely, you saw that I also found this magazine that has the pattern in it. So it's not the exact pattern, and I think it was very confusing for people because it's not the exact pattern as this quilt. It's a similar pattern, and if you watch the video, you know. Here, let me take all my paper and notes out of this. The magazine was actually opened to this quilt, and I can't find it now. Right here. And this is not the exact quilt. As you can see, these circles aren't sliced and diced or anything like that, but it is similar to what what the quilt design is. And it's basically a drunkard's path block, except for you take chunks out of both sides instead of just one. So what I did was I decided to create my own pattern. I changed the sizes, I completely made new templates, the whole thing. So it was inspired by the circle quilt and a little bit inspired by this magazine too, but it is my own making. So to begin with, I was terrified of doing the circular seams, the inset circles, so I decided to fuse it. And my first attempt was this table runner, okay, which is kind of cool, but I fused them and was not very good at keeping the sizes right and everything. And then I started quilting it, and then I just got into a big mess. And the reason I'm showing you this is because I want you to know that as makers, even people on YouTube and that seem to have it all together, we mess up, or at least I mess up a lot. I am so far from perfect, and it takes me many times and trials to get things right, even if I'm using a fusible. And you can see how off my stitches are and how messy this is. Now it's, you know, it's not terrible, but it is not my best work and I'm not proud of it. So I am going to take this apart and see what I can do, if I can even save it. And I just wanted to show you that because I think sometimes we just think everybody does everything perfect. And when we do things wrong, we think that we're the only ones. And trust me, we're not. So after that fiasco, I decided I would try to do the inset circle sewing. And I can't think of what that's called, but whatever. The circles inside, you know, like doing that whole thing. And I looked at some notes that I had, and I looked at some other makers and how they did it. And I kind of pulled my own way together, and I actually mastered it. So I am going to have that pattern out in a week or two, I hope. And I will also have a video out as well, so you can see how to actually make this block and have some fun with it. It was a lot of fun to make, and I am now addicted to those circular seams. I love it. It's so much fun. Other stuff that's going on, I mean, really, I've just been very busy with designing this pattern, planning content going forward. I have another collaboration coming up, which is a lot of fun, and just having some fun with this whole experience of doing YouTube. It's been an adjustment and it's been a lot of fun, but I love that I'm sharing it with you. I just want to take a minute and thank you for all the comments about my porch, and we are so blessed to live here. Although the house needs a ton of work, the location is incredible, and spending time with my parents and my family has been amazing. We got to celebrate my husband's birthday a few days ago, and it was the first time in, I don't know, 20 years that we got to celebrate with family here in Pennsylvania. It was so exciting and so much fun. So we are doing really well, even though things are a little crazy. It's been hectic, but it's been really good, and I'm really blessed. Thank you so much for supporting this endeavor, and I will see you soon. Have a great week, and make sure you make some time to sew.